I think one time I almost got kidnapped. And that's where I am in the series. I am unable to get past it. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Let it be a blessing to my body. Thank you so much for today. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. I don't know if you can hear me. But anyway, so these are leftovers from yesterday. I went to eat with a friend of mine, and I couldn't eat the whole thing, which is weird because I'm usually able to eat a lot more than this. So I don't know. But I have the California chicken wrap, but this is not the wrap. I got it with the bread. Bread is looking nice and toasty. I actually threw it in the toaster here that we have, and I got some fries, and I also got the nice chipotle sauce that they have, and it has tomato and also lettuce. So here is the chipotle sauce, and let's dip that in. The sandwich already has the chipotle sauce in it, but you know me, I need extra. And there's that. All right, here we go. If you don't have anything, go and grab yourself something to eat so that we can eat together. And we'll just eat together. I call this series Eat with Leticia, where you can just grab something to eat and then we can eat together. I didn't want to go to the car to eat today. I could have. I think I would have been speaking a little louder in the car, but I decided to eat here. Basically what I do during these episodes is I go and I eat at a small place. It's not like this big chain, and we take it from there. I decided to eat from the Sky Lounge today. It's owned by Mercer Oaks at the airport, and I love their food. It's really good. You have the choice to have your sandwich or whatever you order with either fries or fruit. Some days I'll have fruit, some days I'll have fries, and some days I'll do half fruit and half fries. So that's interesting. The sauce is nice and spicy. It's not, you know, it's like a nice spice, like a chipotle spice. And the bread is not usually that crunchy, but since I put it in the oven, it got crunchy. So, have you guys watched already the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix? I hear that they're gonna do a documentary. More of a documentary than like, because I feel like the Jeffrey Dahmer, the first one that came out from Netflix, is not like a documentary. I don't know. But now they're gonna have like a documentary talking about, you know, who he, you know, what happened. And I mean, most of us know what happened. But you know, like really interviewing people who wanted, you know, who want to be interviewed, like his lawyer, and all of that stuff at the time. So I have not been able to watch the whole thing. I think I'm in episode 2, and just to get to episode 2, it took me forever, because I would watch like 3 minutes of episode 1 and stop. And then a day later, I would watch another 5 minutes. And then I watched it like in increments. Somebody's out there. I don't know. It's one of the operational officers. They just walked out. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm on my lunch break, so I can record or do whatever I want on my lunch break. However, I don't know. I don't think my coworkers know that I have YouTube. I mean, a lot of them do. So good. So, yeah, I haven't been able to watch it. If you have seen it, I'll tell you where I am in the series. I think I'm in episode 2, where he has the 14-year-old. I don't know his name. What's his, well, anyway. So where he has the 14-year-old, the Asian boy, who's 14, who was given back, you know, by the police. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you see all this and he's intoxicated and there's another person, and then he, you know, the kid is trying to run away. I haven't seen it, but I've heard. And the kid is trying to run away. And how do you give that kid back to this man, even though he has pictures and, hey, this is my lover and this, that, and the fourth? Like, I don't know. You have to have, like, that instinct. Like, there's something wrong here. I don't know what it is. But for now, we're going to keep this young man until he is fully aware of what's happening, because he's intoxicated. We don't know what, if it's drugs or alcohol, whatever it is. We're not able to communicate with this kid, with this guy. They thought he wasn't a minor. We're not able to communicate with this guy. So until we're able to communicate with him, he cannot go back with you. We need to ask him if he's okay going back with you, who are not intoxicated. You are fully aware of what's happening. So we can't ask you. We need to ask him, because we can't communicate with him. So we need to know if this is okay. How does that not click in your head? It just doesn't make sense to me. Hold on. So sad. Like, wouldn't common sense tell you that? Like, there's two people. One is intoxicated, one is not. And you're giving the intoxicated one back to the one that's not. And you're not gonna ask. You're not gonna wait and say, listen, no, he needs to either go to a hospital, or he needs to tell us where he lives, and he needs to go back to his home, recover his consciousness, and then you guys can go back to doing whatever it is that you're doing, if it was consensual. But that didn't happen. They gave this intoxicated kid back to this monster, which they didn't know at the time. And it was just so poorly handled. It's so tragic. And that's where I am in the series. I am unable to get past it. So I'm in the part where he's in Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, and the part where I am, and I know exactly where I am, and this was like a week ago, is Jeffrey looks at him, and my heart just starts beating so fast, because it's not just the series, it actually happened. And a human went through this. And so he looks at the kid, and the kid is just like, you know, sitting there, and I just stopped it. I said, okay, I had enough for today. I've seen enough. I'll watch later. And you might be wondering, well, why are you torturing yourself? Like, why are you watching this if you can't? I'm like, I guess curiosity. I want to know what happened. I want to know. It intrigues me to try to understand humans and how they work. And it also makes me weary and cautious and say, you know what? You can't trust who you see. The most friendliest person could be a killer, and you don't know it. But I am covered by the blood of Jesus Christ, and everything's gonna be okay. That's what I'm like. That's it. I can't be worried. Because if you live your life worried, you're not gonna live. But You have to be cautious. Now, have I made decisions that are not very cautious? Yeah, I have. And maybe in my next episode I can tell you how I almost maybe could have been, or could have been, I can't use that word, how I almost maybe could have been unalive. I think that's the word you're supposed to use for until the, and not the K word. I think one time I almost got kidnapped. Now, if you got this far into the video, let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video speaking about how I almost got kidnapped. Let me know. Well, I'm done here. All I got is this and some fries. Remember what to do if you got this far into the video. And thank you so much for eating with me. I hope you enjoyed your meal. I enjoyed mine. And until the next time, peace out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die.